Yo, listen up. I'm up here right now, different spot that you normally see me in. But the other day I made the video and I was talking about, what needs to come to Dokkan next and yada yada yada. And they need to bring the hype for stuff. And I got pointed out that I totally forgot about the alternate art. There's not a crazy amount of details and stuff like that on this one. So it's gonna be a whole lot of speculations until hopefully tonight or at least sometime today they come out with something to let us know what's going to be going on, give us a little more detailed, maybe even a video or something, to show us like what's going to be happening with this one. So I do have this up and I want to just talk about this segment in that producer letter.
A special summon where you can obtain a character with alternate art will be held in May.
So a special summon that you can obtain alternate art for a card. And I don't know why I thought for some reason that this was like, I don't know. I thought they were just doing the Goku Black thing, but I don't, it's not that.
Alternate art is when a character that is already available has a different illustration for their card illustration. As for their abilities and super attack animations, they will be the same as their original counterparts.
So, remember a while back, OGs on the channel will remember this, that I said this one, because I think I even said it in the survey that we had after the anniversary and stuff, where I was talking about how like it would be cool if we got, cards and stuff like that that we could summon for. That was kind of like taken from Duel Links and stuff like that, where you had like, say if you open a pack and you got cards, you get the regular card, the glossy version of the card, and then like the prismatic, if they still call it prismatic, or if they have something else after this point in time. I haven't played Duel Links in a very long time, but you had those, and obviously the prismatic was the highest at the time that I was playing. And it was like, if you pulled that, which I did, had the videos. There's actually a playlist. It's a small playlist. I didn't play super a lot of it, but on the channel, but there's a playlist. Like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, it'd be cool if they did something along the lines of that, or giving us different arts for cards and stuff like that. Now, again, you can say what you want, because I don't know if this is a situation where if you pull the unit, because once we get this banner, I got to figure out if it's going to be like a situation where there's going to be like, say, let's just use a placeholder card. Say it's Broly. Say we have a Broly banner coming up or something like that, right? And it has the new Broly, but 2 spots for the new Broly on the banner. So you have the original art that they're going to use, and then there's the alternate art, right? Well, both those cards are going to be on the banner. So is it a situation where it's going to be like, oh, the original has a whatever the original pull rate is, but the alternate art has a smaller pull rate? Like it's much, it's no, I won't say it's much, but it's definitely a bit. Like you could like the pull rate on it is way lower, or somewhat, to make it more rare or whatever than the other one. So when you get it, you're like, oh, that's crazy, I got the alternate art, right? So is it a situation where they're both going to be on the banner, or are you pulling one card that you only know like if it can go to that art, like for say like if it's wearing a different color or something? Like I don't know. I'm trying to piece this together in my head a little bit, because if it's 2 cards of the same card on the banner, like, and what's stopping us from having a lot more of those? Because I mean, obviously the alternate art is probably going to be a whole lot cooler to get. But let me just keep going with this for a second.
We are planning to implement this summon periodically in the future. We are also preparing other methods to recruit these characters, so we hope you will enjoy collecting them.
So, you know what? Now that I've heard that again, it kind of makes me think, since they're saying collective, that it's probably going to be 2 cards on the banner because collection Dokkan is basically a collector's game. Really, when you really sit back and think of it, besides the bubble popping aspect of it, you collect these cards by summoning, and you like to flex your account and stuff like that. And with alternate arts, that's a pretty big flex to necessarily have and be like, hey, like it really depends for me. That's going to be the selling point because I know there's going to be some people that's not going to be into this, and then there's going to be some people that are going to be into this. The thing that's going to sell it for me is how good and what the pull rate is of the alternate arts. Like if it's like the percentage, but it's like a point zero whatever percent lower. Like if it's like one or two, like zero, like point zero lower, then cool. If it's like cut in half, whoa. We I just really have to see that pull rate. That's the two things that's really going to bother me a lot on this is that because the selling point of the art is like, oh, it's an alternate art. When you think of alternate art, always the alternate arts for anything, whether you like open up packs of cards and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I got an alt art, like they're usually always better. Like you usually always prefer the alternate art because they're the alternate version of it that's supposed to be designed to be made cooler, like way cooler. If it's half-assed and lazy and not worth it, I'm gonna have some problems. Like you understand? Like I'm going to have problems with the alt art. Like I can't have like a shift, like they just turned the card a little bit, or if a card was like sideways looking and then they just said, no, nigga, look back at it. Then I'm gonna be like, what was the why the subtle change in degree? Like you gotta give me some very spicy card art. And I don't mean go lazy on the original card art. Like this could backfire, to be quite honest, just because of the thing that I just said about being lazy and stuff like that. This could very much backfire because you don't introduce an alt art to Dokkan after 11 years and then go, well, we're going to be lazy on the original art and we're going to put all of the budget in the alt art. Like, and we don't even know these are going to be LRs or just regular TURs or anything like that. I mean, I'm going to assume they might start out with TUR, but this is Dokkan and they like money. So they might start out with an actual LR and just to sort of juice it up a little bit, and knowing that a lot of people skipped Beerus and Godku. And when I say a lot of people, there is a lot of people that did skip. So if you are among the ones that did summon, there's probably quite a few of you out there that really was summoning on these banners. That's understandable. I've seen it in the comments. There's people still summoning on the banner, but for the most part, a lot of people skip. So knowing that you skipped and had all the Dragon Stones from this campaign and then previous, and if you buy Dragon Stones as well too, then you're sitting on some coin right now, some stones. I wouldn't be surprised if they make this really really juicy. And it also just depends on who gets the alt art, because I mean I can think of a lot of cards right now that I could see alt arts for that would be like pretty freaking cool. Family Kamehameha, father son Kamehameha, Vegeta Final Flash will be a cool one. Trunks alt art of Android Saga, that'd be they could do some pretty cool art for Trunks. I was gonna say hear me out when I say this. I was gonna say, well, they couldn't do that. I was gonna say Goku Black, but they couldn't do that because I was gonna say the alt art of him is just Super Saiyan. But they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do this. They can't have the Rose, and they can't call it Rose, but it's alternate art. Because how would they still link up? You know what I'm saying? Like it's two different things, so they wouldn't do that. But man, damn, that would be cool to have an alt art of him like that. Let me see. They could do Goku from Planet Namek Super Saiyan, where they've had one of the sort of original artworks where Goku had sort of the like really white almost hair, Super Saiyan hair, and not like the really blonde like Super Saiyan hair. Like if you know what I'm talking about, and you've seen the shots and stuff like that, then this is what I'm saying here. But if they had like that, and it was like way more detailed, which I'm going to assume, you know, alt art, that would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. Even like if they had a Final Form Frieza, and it was like, yeah, Final Form Frieza full power, but then the alt art is him basically missing the bottom half and his arm and tail out of it. Or yeah, man, that would be dope. Oh man, you know, they could cook with it, but it just really depends on what they want to do and how much money they want to make, because we're coming from a stinker, and these alt arts could be magnificent.
Please wait for further announcements to discover who they will be.
So, like I said, we're getting two, and it seems like they're going to be two different and not like one card that's just alternate art and that's it. If this is two cards, like two actual cards that are alternate arts that will have alternate arts, that's pretty massive on that. Like that is actually really massive, because that could be a dual fest, that could actually just be regular Dokkan Fest and an LR. They could do a lot with that dual fest carnival, you know, whatever. It would be interesting to see. And yeah, that, and like I said, that was it on that one. But it's throwing me, man. It really is throwing me, because I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, if they fail, it's not gonna be good. We know that. Like if it looks lazy, it's just not, and I know it. So hopefully they don't get lazy whatsoever at all. Hopefully they bump it up, and I'm trying to be as positive as possible with this one, even though I had a little bit of like real stuff to say about it, because you know things could happen, like laziness could kick in. But regardless, like I'm looking for Dokkan to have a big W and bring back some hype into the community, because right now the community is pretty much dormant and just waiting for something extremely hype to actually happen. So this is your chance, Geppy, to bring it back. Maybe I would hopefully say in full production again, but we'll have to see. Hopefully tonight we get to see these alt arts. If so, I might be live to check them out with you guys. We can rate them live if we do get it tonight. Hopefully it doesn't come out like 4 a.m. in the morning. That's like, if it comes out at 4 a.m. in the morning, then I'll just have the video and then we'll have a big discussion or something like that, you know, the following day or following night or whatever, you know. But I'm not gonna like stay up at 4 o'clock in the morning to see this one. Hopefully it comes out like 10:30, 11 o'clock, something along the lines of that. If not, you know, we're going to sleep. But other than that, have an awesome day/night. Stay safe. Let me know in the comment section below, who's your guesses down below on the alt arts. I mean, it would be poetic as shit right now if it actually was Goku and Frieza. It would line up with Dokkan Frontier. To be fair, it lines up quite a bit, because even in the anime, Namek was a whole different level, like everything that we had in Dragon Ball Z. So it would be cool if they started it out with the altars here on Namek. Let me know. But other than that, have an awesome day/night. Stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.